Hey guys, January the 17th. For me, I got my Social Security check today. I'm happy. We got 27 degrees here in Central Illinois today. It's going to be a high spot for this week. Then it falls off after that. And then next week we're in the 40s with rain. So I can handle that. But what I was thinking about today was this. For years, I've always had, since I've had the layout, and even before I had the layout, I got this stuff out and I played with it. When my wife was alive, after we built this addition, I'm an early riser. It's just a bad habit of mine, but I would come up here virtually every day, and I would turn on the power, and I would run the stuff. And I may not run it for more than 5 or 10 minutes, but I got my fix. Well, the more I start building and kit bashing stuff, the less time I've played with it. And I thought, well, what the hell? You've got it. It's what it's made for, so why not play with it? And one of the things that I've always liked was the work trains. And I've got this is a put together. I didn't buy the set, but it's a 390 with a 390X tender. And I got to ask you guys something. This is on 72-inch radius track. That drawbar, as far as I can see, no way in heck would that drawbar clear on a 41-inch radius track. And I've seen other tenders exactly like this with this type. It's what I call a step drawbar. Well, you can see it. It comes out and it goes down because of the height of the wheels. This doesn't look like it was fabricated. In fact, what it did was it came with a 392 that I bought some time ago from Clem Clemence's auction, and there's no way in hell that that would go with that 392 would go around that 42-inch radius track. So if anybody's got any input on this, I would love to know. Like I say, I'm sure that it's original, but I don't know how it would have done these tighter radiuses. So what I did was I put together, if you go out to the Lionel catalog, pre-war catalog, you'll have this complete work train set. Now, the difference between mine and what shows in the catalog is that the crane they show is the peacock, and the gondola is the maroon. I don't know. I didn't see a good enough picture on the dump card. This is a double. This has got a double knob dump. It may have been a single, but I'm not sure. And of course, just the regular peacock and red caboose. Now, I've got the peacock crane, and I've also down there got the maroon. I just didn't want to get them down and put them on the track. Besides this peacock one, this crane, the gears are bad in it, so it's a real hassle to get that boom down. And speaking of boom, I tell you what, with my stuff around here and the elevated, I had to get this boom just right. Otherwise, it was wiping stuff off the side of the layout. I'm not a passenger kind of guy, and yet I got a lot of passenger trains. This is an early 402 large gear. I think it was the first year that the 402 came out with the big 10 series trucks on the passenger cars. I like it. I like the way it looks, but like here again, like I say, I'm not a passenger guy, and yet I've got it. The passenger train that I really like is that one right there, the pea green. I got the whole set, even the diner car. That's a 408, and then I've got just a regular Mojave 408. Nothing special, but nice engines. I like watching them run. And the other thing that I've got is this is an American Flyer standard gauge that I converted to 2 power trucks. So I kind of thought maybe what I'd do is I'd run this just a little bit. Now I'll have to run it slow because I don't trust this crane, even though I've got it set up that way. But I'm thinking to myself, look at all this stuff. Why in the hell don't you run it once in a while? That's what it was meant for. It was meant to be played with. And I don't know. I kind of get a charge out of running this pre-war stuff. Everything that I've got up here basically dates to before the Second World War. And I got other stuff besides electric trains. Some of you guys might have seen some of my videos where I've got some guns. I've got some military helmets. I've got postcards. All this stuff dates to the greatest generation. And my favorite part of history is from 1900 to 1945. Especially from 1918 to 1945, it was a true change of the world. There were empires that fell and other empires that rose up. And when I'm kit bashing and when I'm doing stuff, I always try to do everything in the pre-war template style. I try to build stuff. I'm not trying to build scale models. I'm trying to build toys. But I want to build decent toys. I want them to look nice. I like the fact that this boxcar that I made, it's a shortened version of the Ives. That's all hand soldered. I sprayed it. I hand painted the slats. I believe the base color was red, and then I applied the black to it, just like they did in the old days. I built the 4-wheel cars. I try to do everything in the template style. Give it an idea of something that might have been, but you know that it's a toy. It's never meant to be anything else but a toy. The only difference between the toys that we have today is we're not shooting at them with BB guns or grabbing them with peanut butter and jelly all over our fingers. Of course, that would be an immediate death sentence if somebody did that today. But back in the day, nobody really cared, did they? Because they were toys. All right, enough of my mouth. Let me see if I can get this stuff going without tearing something up. My biggest fear is to do a header with this stuff off of the layout. So we'll start with the work train. And I can't run it too fast because that damn boom starts to shake back and forth and it will catch something. So I kind of got to get the speed set just right in that Goldilocks thing. Yeah, this 390 is nice. And you'll notice when the crane comes around here, it just barely misses the other transformer. And here's the 402 large gear. Problem of it is, the hotter the transformer gets, the faster the trains want to run. I see it hit my transformer with the weight, so I got to be careful. That standard gauge double truck American Flyer runs good. I'm well pleased with it. Those are two Lionel O-gauge motors that I extended the wheels on and made them to run the standard gauge. Like I said, this thing heats up and then it wants to run fast. I guess my love of this stuff is due to the fact that the kids that were playing with this stuff, what was going on in Europe at the time, the Great Depression, the fear of war, an actual war, and this is how they made a make-believe world without all those things. So, like I say, I feel actually privileged to even own this stuff. It actually means something to me. And my father was born in 1927 and lived all through the Great Depression and the war. He was turned 18 in November of 1945, so he missed that particular conflict. And I remember listening to him talk about when the REA electrical lines were ran here in central Illinois. I remember him talking about when an airplane flew over, that they would literally get up from their dinner table and run out to see an airplane. So that's the fascination that this kind of stuff has for me. And it's a shame that I'm not playing with it as much as I should, because that's what it was meant to be done, is played with. So I hope you guys don't mind just a little bit of reminiscing. To me, that's what this is all about. It's all about the history, what was, what wasn't, and what might have been. So you guys have a good rest of the week. We'll talk with you later. Next time I'll probably be back to my hill climber, working on it. I've already got some things that I did yesterday on it, so we'll get her put together. We'll get her on the track, and we'll start enjoying it too. Talk with you later, guys. Toodaloo.